What's going on today, guys? So I was just thinking, like, what is an easy way to make a strop that's a time-proven material and would be super cheap and easy to do? Balsa. Balsa stropping is a thing. I've used balsa quite a bit in my Wicked Edge, and I really like it. It's different than leather. It has a little bit different feedback, but there's a lot of pluses to it. It's a little more firm than most leather. I would say it actually performs like a higher end, like a kangaroo leather or something, where you has a little more rigidity. You can stretch it out and have a little bit of a tougher surface. I have these right here, so I might as well just show you what I'm talking about. This is my Wicked Edge organizer here. And here's the balsa drops. I need to lightly resurface these. You can just see that's a balsa plank in there. They work great. These other ones are a kangaroo leather inside this. So it's a little bit of a higher quality, tougher leather. It's hard to I don't want to ruin it, but this is a very stiff leather. So I think the balsa is going to really be like a little bit more of a dummy proof way to make a DIY strop. And we're going to test it out. I'm not guaranteeing that. I'm just a little thought experiment. If you get the wrong leather, it can be a little too soft. When you're stropping your knife, that leather indents in, wraps around your edge, and now you're actually rounding your apex of your edge off because the leather's too soft and wraps around. That should not be an issue with balsa. The next thing is these planks were like $5 over there at Michael's. And look at the size we have here. 36 inches by 4 inches wide and 3/16 thick. So I'm gonna be able to get four surfaces of big stropping blocks for a few bucks, right? It'd be like $1.25 per surface. We're gonna get 4 strops out of this $5 board. And I don't even think it was $5. I think it was like $4.50 or something like that. So it's gonna be $1 surface. Also, when we load this up, we can easily resurface it with some sandpaper. Pretend this is balsa on here. We got the old stropping compound on here. Maybe we want to try something else. Maybe not necessarily that, but maybe we want to compare oxide. I've got this right here too. Oh, it's not in the tube. Regular chromium oxide stropping to the diamond paste. And then we could just take some 220 or whatever you got, 100, and we will just put the surface down and we will true it back up again, sand off the old stuff, throw the sandpaper away, and load it up again. And I think with that thickness there, 3/16, we can probably reface this balsa wood, I don't know, 4 or 5 times. And for pennies, you know, it's $1 a board. And I think that is gonna be a real good solution for this sharpening setup I have here. I've got this sink bridge here that I'm gonna be doing some sharpening experiments and stuff with, and we can lock it right in there and we'll be stropping right here, nice and easy. So I'm gonna go cut those boards, and through the magic of editing and YouTube and stuff, we will chop. All right, well, that was interesting. So what we ended up with after about an hour's worth of work is we have 8 strops here. They came out really nice. Don't criticize the fit and finish. These were all just kind of slapped together quickly. And there was a step that I had forgot to mention, was that the balsa wood on its own is a little too flimsy. So you could probably put it on a counter and just use the balsa. But the better solution is to back it up with some sort of a board. And I just had some of this old MDF scrap around from making some shelves and stuff for the kids. And I have a table saw. So I don't know, this might be an easier project for some of you than others, but I know it was a great solution for me. And we will see how I feel about the balsa, you know, in the next few videos. We're gonna do some stropping experiments. But what we came out with, I mean, real cost to me, they were like $4.50 a board. So I'm about $10 into this project, nothing. And I think that's a pretty good deal. Let's see how this drop came out. I sanded it on 220, just surfaced it, and then I kind of dragged the edges just to try to chamfer them down a little bit. And again, these were quick. I mean, I probably spent a total of a couple minutes a piece in total on each strop. My Loctite, you can use any spray adhesive, worked really well. Just make sure you spray both pieces, and then when they stick together really quick and good. It's gonna be good enough for me to do some stropping here. We'll figure some things out and be doing some sharpening experiments. Really cheap way if you have some extra scraps. Now, if you had to invest in total, you had to like buy the sandpaper, you had to buy the MDF or whatever. And if you don't have a table saw, you may have to have your Home Depot, your Lowe's cut your boards. I don't know if they'll cut them all the way down to exactly what you're going to need, but I just set up a fence on my table saw, ran a few scraps through, got them to length, and then just literally pushed them through I set the fence up so I could do 8 of them really quick. But again, you're gonna see a little bit of where it wasn't quite perfect. But again, it doesn't have to be. These are just strops, disposable strops pretty much. But I think they're gonna be a lot nicer than a disposable strop. They're gonna be a very affordable option for a lot of people. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I know I really didn't show the process, but there's nothing to show. I took 2 pieces of wood, cut them to size, glued them together, and surfaced the top. Put the sandpaper on a flat surface, rub it around, put your spray adhesive on, put it on, pull you a couple bevels, right? Sand the surface, stick them together. That's what I got. I did that 8 times. So that's it, guys. That's balsa wood backed up with MDF. And stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more sharpening videos and sharpening content, experiments. There's just a lot that I want to do. I got to get my use out of this sink bridge here that I bought. So that might be the next video. I don't know. Stay tuned. See ya.